From his weird weekends to the most dangerous prisons in the world and the most hated family in America, Louis Theroux is returning for another Netflix documentary called Into the Manosphere. And boy, is it a wild ride. And I was genuinely shocked. Let's get into the Manosphere. So, Louis Theroux's new documentary, Into the Manosphere, explores the world of a new personality trait that is vastly becoming popular among social media and internet trends in the past few years, and follows subjects and gets embedded with them and takes a peek into their world and talks about their beliefs and what they enjoy doing and why they do it, and have a look behind the curtain and talking about things like the red pill movement, which is basically that. And taking the red pill is like looking behind the curtain of the world and not conforming to conventional ideas, and talking about very extreme beliefs when it comes to relationships and relationships with women, especially. And it's really quite daunting when you look at it. And when you see the documentary, you are genuinely shocked by what they're talking about. And a lot of these influencers and the subjects that he follows have a large online following who make extreme videos and admit to, like, the more extreme the videos are, the more likes and attention that they are going to get. And this basically is funneled into their main businesses. So the social media aspect of it is just more for advertisements and, again, funneling and putting eyes onto them. And Louis Theroux follows these subjects everywhere they go and is a day in a life as an influencer of the Manosphere, and is a very, very good documentary. And he very much opens the eyes to the general public about what is really going on. So this documentary is very shocking when you're watching it. And there were several times when I was watching it that I even had to look away from the screen, even sort of close my ears. I was like, la 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 la, no, 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 don't want to hear any of this. Louis Theroux does a very good job at putting the subjects at ease and allowing them space to talk and live in their world, and doesn't shy away from the tough subjects either. And when he himself is challenged, he pushes back and he does a great job at defending his position, which is really great. That's what you want from a documentarian. Yes, you want him to sort of explore these different ideas and different aspects of life, but also to defend his own position as well. So he does a great job at that. He keeps to himself to the most part. He doesn't change who he is. He's the same documentarian that when he did his weird weekends, when he would go into like far right Nazi parties to most hated family in America. He's still that same person, and he doesn't change for anyone, which is really great to see. What they do really well here is, like I say, you get a deep dive into these people's worlds who are selling you an illusion of success, fame, money, and opportunity, which is only available to like a handful of people. And he takes a look behind the curtain of what's going on here and exposes the fact that, yes, these people are posting out these like extreme videos, but whether or not they believe what they're actually doing or not, he says, oh, I don't think they do believe it. It's literally just, it's really for money and making money, and eye-opening, and a wild concept to think that you don't truly believe in what you're doing and you're only doing it for money. And it's just like mad. When it comes to like the difficult conversations, I sort of tuned out a little bit, if I'm being perfectly honest, because I sat there and I was just, what is going on? But it is really challenging. That's what you want from a documentary. You want a documentary that is very challenging, a hard watch, that pushes your perceptions of the world and broadens your horizons as well, and gets you a look into a completely different world than what you're used to. And sometimes you've got to get outside of your comfort zone a little bit, and this documentary really does that. They break up the documentary as well by seeing different subjects and different influencers, and each influencer was not only being filmed by the Netflix crew, they were also live streaming at the same time. So you've got like this sort of weird meta thing going on where each person is recording each other, and it's very odd, very strange dynamic that they had brought into this documentary like that. And it was really, really great. And what I found was incredible was the actual immediacy of social media, and how when the influencers were posting and recording Louis Theroux, they were getting real time feedback from all the people that were watching on their live streams. And Louis Theroux got hit quite hard. And I kind of remember seeing something on TikTok about it before Christmas when he was following one of the subjects. And I was like, oh, look, that's Louis Theroux. And it is so immediate. It's like within seconds, they'll upload the clip and then it'll be all over the internet for the world to see, thus putting more eyes and attention on those subjects. Yeah, like, I can't fault it. Louis Theroux is really great at this type of documentary. He's really good at like getting in amongst it and choosing these difficult subject matters and asking the tough questions, but allowing room and allowing the questions to breathe a little bit, and it allows that awkward pause to settle as well. And you sit there and you could see the subjects trying to think of like what to say next, and that adds to that shock factor. And it's really well crafted, tough at times, challenging watch, but it is definitely worth your time. It's on Netflix. It's about an hour and a half. I would say it would have been nicer to like have a bit more time with the subjects as well, and like delve real deeper into their world a little bit more. It was only like snippets here and there, and him following them around the streets of like Marbella, for example, or around the streets of like Miami and things like that. And it would have been nice to see a little bit more of that, which is it's a whole different world we're living in at the moment. And it's concerning because back in my day, like I'm nearly 40, like our role models used to be like sports personalities and actors, or, you know, public figures like that. And people in today's world will be looking at these types of people online and being like, I want to be like that. And it's, yeah, it's concerning. And I just, I don't know what's going to happen with that. And so, you know, it's what we're living in at the minute. We're living in the world of views, attention, and that's it. How many views we can get in one day? How much attention are we getting? That's our currency at the minute. So yeah, take with that with what you will, but it's a really good documentary, a great insight into this whole strange world, and definitely worth your time watching it. You may cringe, you'll make your skin crawl a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. We want that in documentaries at times. Not all the time, but at times. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. And please remember to like and subscribe.